Happy fall, y'all, and welcome back to I Am Abled because I am is able. So, I got my hair cut. See? Woo! It might not seem like a big deal to a lot of people to get your hair cut, but when you're dealing with neck injuries, it's actually really tricky. I love my hair. I do. I love it when it's long, and when I was little, I had a dream of having it like to my butt. Until I realized the practicality of that is really not fun. I'll leave that there. But through my neck injury, it was even more of an issue because if I let it get too long, it becomes heavy and painful on my neck. It also becomes really hard to manage, as in like brushing out the tangles constantly, and when it's wet, it gets really heavy, and all of those lovely things. But getting it cut means having to sit in a barber chair or whatever you want to call that, salon chair, for X amount of time, and when you have long hair, well, it's longer. And my hair doesn't like combs very much, so yeah, it takes a while, and it's lots of pulling, and I have to keep my neck stable for it. I am very blessed to say that I had a very nice and pretty understanding I don't know what you call them, hair manicurists. I'm sorry, it's not a barber. That's where my head is stuck right now. And she constantly was asking me questions about if it was okay and how I was feeling, and she was really, really sweet. I love my haircut. The only downside is I wish that I could have had my hair curled like I used to love to do when I would get my hair cut, but I can't do that. It's just too long of sitting at that chair and having my head pulled at. But I love the cut. I love my hairstylist. Is that the name? I guess. And yeah. So I try to go about once a year to get my hair cut. I used to try to go about twice a year, but between finances and the trauma to my neck, it's more like once a year. And it's always tricky trying to figure out that time because I have to make sure my neck feels strong enough. I have to make sure that I'm not an emotional wreck that week because, let's face it, I just don't handle change very well, especially if it doesn't turn out well. And yeah, so it's just a little tricky. And finances have to be there. So yeah. This week, I was really grateful that my parents have really listened to my desire to get my hair cut, which I've needed to do since about June. They didn't know that at that time, though. I've only spoken up recently. And so, finally happened today. And I'm really grateful, and I really like it. But I just wanted to talk about it because, sometimes it seems weird to focus on hair when it doesn't seem like it should be a huge issue in the disability community, but it really is because it's hard to maintain sometimes, but if you get it cut too short, then it can also sometimes, for certain types of hair like mine, be even more difficult to manage in whatever crazy things it's going to do when it's that short. But if you let it get too long, it's other managing issues like having to pull it out of the brace or putting up ponytails or brushing it and all those things. So I thankfully have found a pretty good length. I like to think of my style as somewhere between the Rachel and the Veronica Lake. I don't know if anybody else would agree with me on that, but go look those up. Veronica Lake doesn't have a particular name attached to her haircut, but just look up Veronica Lake and look up the Rachel. Tell me if I'm anywhere near that. Yeah, but I'm really grateful because having it at this length, I can still pull it back. I still can feel pretty sometimes when, frankly, sometimes I just don't feel pretty because of disability stuff and not much sleep and all that loveliness. And so I can still maintain it. It doesn't require as much brushing. It's a lot lighter. It takes a lot less work to shampoo it and rinse it out. So all of those reasons are great to keep it around this length. But getting it cut too often is also a problem. So yeah, I'm really grateful. I'm really feeling blessed, and I hope you all are too. yeah, what is something maybe daring, or what is one of your favorite hairstyles that you don't typically feel like the nerve to get done? I don't know if that made sense, but yeah. Oh yeah, and also, do you agree with my idea of what my hairstyle is? Cross between the Rachel and Veronica Lake? I'd like to know. But keep it loving, please. No snarkiness. Thank you. That's all. So, ciao for now. Thanks for watching.